I'm unstoppable. Hard work all day. Go hard, always. Quit, no way.
Pushing the limits every set. So at the end of the day, I want to step on stage knowing that I couldn't do anything else, you know. I couldn't give it anymore. I don't want anyone to see how I look, you know, until the day that I step on stage. I want everyone to see the end product and the work that's been put in over the last 12 weeks, day in, day out. You know, in here working my ass off every single day. You know, I've done a contract with myself, committed to everything to step on that Arnold stage, so I'll make sure I'm my best.
Right, what we were doing upstairs. So we're doing this 9 o'clock every morning. It's a little bit cooler, but even now at the moment it's still not that cold. So what we're trying to do is make sure not only is he just posing to the compulsories, but most importantly is he's posing to his advantage. So we're just making sure that every opportunity that there is through your mandatory poses, but it's the transitions as well. We've really, you know, hammered the transitions through this to give him as much, as I say, opportunity to show his physique off that we possibly can. So every single pose, the transition is just as equally as big, if not bigger, pose to again to highlight the opportunities. So we've really again made sure that any weaknesses are hidden, not that there is anything to, you know, really hide, but weaknesses are hidden and his strengths are obviously balanced, because the thing is, again, it's all about symmetry, it's all about balance, it's all about proportions. It's making sure that we can highlight and emphasize balance and proportions through the entire physique, which hopefully, and every day we add a little bit more, we change a little bit more, and as the physique changes, obviously the posing will change, and everybody should do that, because obviously, as I said, it's very much about making sure that we get the best physique to the stage for this show, and we will continue to do that 9 o'clock every morning right up until, you know, he goes on stage. But everybody who's out there, please take a little bit of example from this. Posing started nearly 3 weeks ago, and as I said, it will continue every day, same time, for an hour, right up until the day of the show. Do that. Get your physique, and not just better, but connect better to your physique, because the thing is, then, you know, when you're on stage, you never got to touch yourself to find out if your hamstring's active. You know your hamstring is active, and little things like that will make stage presence so much better, from amateur right up to pro and everybody in between. So give it a go.
How are you finding the stage fitness aspect of it as well?
Honestly, now bearing in mind this is at the moment going to be, if not already, the hottest day of the year, or probably certainly for quite some time
in the UK. Like, it's baby shit compared to everyone else.
Yes, absolutely. So of course the thing is, but unfortunately, we're at home, we got aircon in everywhere he goes. Not here, there's no aircon up there. We're upstairs, so we're closer to the roof, it's hotter again. But this will make sure that his stage fitness is absolutely on top. And that's the thing, too many people don't invest in posing enough, because I don't care how much you can leg press, I don't care how much you can squat, I don't care how much cardio you've done. When you're on the stage, it's all about what you do on the stage. So please be stage fit. Cardio fit is great, but posing fitness is a totally different level. Squeeze every fibre, connect to every fibre, and it will make your opportunity on stage to show your physique so much better, but actually so much easier, because if you can do it upstairs at 40 degrees, you'll be fine on the stage.
So just done 20-minute cardio. Mike and Lisa killing me on posing, so I think we did about 45 minutes. So every morning, that's pretty much my routine, is I do 20 minutes light walk, just to kind of, for my routine, so I can get back to some client work. I don't actually see it as cardio, because I'm not really walking like at a heart rate or uphill. It's literally just to get some movement in my legs and just kind of get my digestive system started for the day. And then I'm posing for pretty much 45 to 60 minutes in the morning. That's what I kind of see as my cardio, because right now I'm thinking, you know, let's do something that's useful. Like doing all these steps and all this cardio is bullshit. Like, at the end of the day, like you can do steps and cardio, or you can do something that's going to be more beneficial to your bodybuilding. So that's why I'm using posing as my cardio. So just posed 45 minute, weighed myself, I was 217.3. 6. So that is my lowest so far. Obviously the plan is to kind of go under 212 and be ready early so we can kind of feed into it. Because in the past what I've tended to do is try to stay heavy for as long as possible and almost get it off last minute through like taking diuretics or doing something stupid, hence why I always look shit. So that's not going to happen this year. We're going to get like under the weight and then hopefully just feed into the show. That is the plan. So first meal, my food's actually really high still. I'm still on about around 500 carb. Obviously I'm training twice a day. Obviously I'm posing as well, so my food's generally still pretty high. So meal 1 is just going to go in now and then Tom's going to come down. Obviously we'll probably do a video of kind of what I'm eating as a day in the life at some point. But meal 1's just baby rice, blueberries, a little bit of honey, an apple and chicken. So pretty simple meal 1. And I'll train after meal 1, have a few meals, train again. It's pretty much a day in the life of prep, eat, sleep, train. Tom will be down soon and then we'll train some chest with Mike and Lisa, which no doubt is going to be very, very interesting. So that's going to be fun, as it always is. And that's it for now.
What do you have in store for him today, do you know?
Yeah, just death.
Just death, yeah.
Death by chest. No, we're keeping the sessions intense, but like not too long. Yeah, because I think left to his own devices, he just goes like shitloads of exercises, shitloads of sets. Yeah, so it's like we're keeping the intensity high, but working on the areas that he needs to work on, not just throwing exercises in for the sake of it, but just making them hard. And we're done generally. Even a bigger session is like what, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes. Yeah. But then what's that is allowing is good recovery. So like it was a hard leg session the other day, but then he could even pose his legs the next day. You know, felt it, worked, which is great. So then that just shows the recovery is there, which is especially important coming up to a show. You know, you don't want to be fucked. But I still think at this stage you can still train hard as well. So you've kind of got to balance it to a certain extent. Yeah.
Get that.
Destined for greatness. My name is written in stars, and I will give everything, all that I have to the cause. Fight against you.
Come on.
Come on, let's start to work then.
Yes.
Hand and go. Don't move me. Get that chest up. Let me see it.
Squeeze.
Go on.
Good. Come on, let's
Give me
finish
4
it.
on this.
Come on.
Out 3. Push.
Come on.
Go on, back. Out 2.
Come on.
Let me see it.
Yes.
1 more.
And again, and again, and again.
Up.
Good.
Shit, Tom.
So a couple of warm-up sets, then we're supersetting a cable press, but pressing down, trying to get the bicep as close to the chest as possible to get a good contraction. Then we're coming straight onto the Nautilus decline, coming back as normal. Then we're bringing the shoulders and elbows down. It's called the D press. So you're making the shape of a letter D. But as you can see, as you come down, the biceps can get closer to the chest, so you have a real good contraction at the top.
Go on. Now we're starting to work. Let's give me another 3 on that. Smooth. Good. Here's 2. So obviously Jamie's now, he's working with us and obviously he gets my ideas, right? But obviously Tom's jumped in today and clearly previously there's been a powerlifting or an explosive sort of background. So what I'm trying to do is make him understand about using a muscle rather than just using yeah, there's going to be time that you'll need to call on the inertia and the explosions and things like that. But at the moment, I purely and simply want him to get his brain into his muscle, right? So of course, I do it, and you've probably seen me do it before, but I do the thumb. If you're training like that, it's nowhere near as effective as if you train and you think of squeezing that as hard as you can. It's putting all the emphasis into the muscle that we're working, and absolutely now we're probably on about the third set and he's getting it, absolutely getting it. But as I said to him, right, and please all of you understand, this is my rib cage, that's my shoulder blades. To get the best from your back, you roll those shoulder blades together, you lift the rib cage up, and obviously the back does the work. For chest, it's exactly the same. Roll those shoulder blades back before we start, lift the sternum up high, and make sure the major muscle group that we're working is out in front, i.e. chest in front of front delts.
Finished off with the cables, so instead of just doing normal reps, it was doing them single arms in various positions, finishing off with a double arm, going to failure. Then the last set then on the decline press was starting with the D press. Then once they got to failure on that, going, having about 10 seconds rest, just normal reps, going to complete failure, you know, including some partials. Then while they were resting, I actually added insult to injury, put a plate on, a 10, it was a 10 either side, moved the stops so it wasn't overstretching, and then it was some dead stop reps. So being explosive, controlling the negative to a 2-second dead stop, and driving up, and basically going until they couldn't move it off the stops.
And what's now?
So the hoist chest press supersetted with a decline fly.
Nice.
So as you can see, it's, you know, all out work here. You know, we're just putting in the work daily, pushing the limits every set to failure. So at the end of the day, I want to step on stage knowing that I couldn't do anything else. You know, I couldn't give it any more, and that's what matters to me. You know, I don't want anyone to see how I look, you know, until the day that I step on stage. You know, I'm trying to keep everything sort of in-house. You know, only Tom knows how I look. Mike and Lisa know how I look, because I want everyone to see the end product and the work that's been put in over the last 12 weeks, day in, day out. You know, in here working my ass off every single day with just one goal in mind, you know. I don't give a fuck about food, I don't give a fuck about anything like that. All I want to do is be on stage and be my absolute best for all that work to show. So, you know, I'm locked into this. I've made a commitment to myself for this goal, you know. Like, you know, I've done a contract with myself, committed to everything to step on that Arnold stage, so I'll make sure I'm my best.
Come on. Good. Try it. Good. Yes, come on. Good. Try it. Good, man. Come on. Go. Up. So it's okay. So the final set went up a little bit heavier, but we did like a continual drop set. So me and Lisa were just pulling weights off as they began to fail, and then just finished off with going to total failure on the decline flies as well.
As if I was watching him on stage. Yeah. Right, come on then.
For relaxation?
Yeah, go on, you stand front. Hopefully be the first year that physique has dictated the look as opposed to the other way around. We've tried to tailor a look and the physique hasn't been there for it, so this time this is going to be a totally different package.
Dreams went crazy. I don't want anyone to see me until I fucking step on stage in Arnold and people go, what
I'm not posting a single picture of you until
even with lads, I told them just blur out all the fucking images. You know what I mean? So when I step on stage, I want people to go, what the fuck did he do? You know what I mean? And I want them to know
I want to be able to stick that shoddy last one that you did, that picture, next to the side tricep, was it, or abs and thigh, one of the two? I can't remember. Was it abs and thigh?
Yeah,
it was two. It was bad. and put the two next to each other.
Mid-transition, worst fucking...
I don't want to put the two next to each other and people to just go, all right, that's what you did.
The potential that boy have had since day one has been criminal.
And the thing is, I've done fuck all as a pro. You know what I mean?
But you know that, and a lot of pros don't know that.
Yeah,
they go
exactly,
they're routinely like, no, well, this went wrong, this went wrong. No, I'm responsible for what goes in on my body.
It's my fault,
Yeah, but on the other hand, you invest in somebody to guide you. Yeah, and you know what the fuck to do. You know your physique better than anybody. So, but as you say, to work with a group of people that it's all about you, that's fresh.
That's why, one reason why I contacted Tom, because I knew because he was the one that said to me, he's like, what the fuck do you keep on doing? Like, he said to me, he's like, what do you keep on doing? And you know what's really funny is before I actually worked with Tom, I was speaking to Jason, he's like, you know what, the only one person that I actually believe in as a coach is Tom. And then that's when actually he spoke to me after the question. He's like, what the fuck do you do? Because you look great a week or 2 weeks out, and then what the fuck happens? You know what I mean? And then it just all links, you know?
But of course, as well, there's nobody around you that's going to blow smoke up your ass.
No, exactly. That's why I don't.
You've got to fucking know. You're going to work.
I need to be better here. I need to be better here. Do you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to push and work hard. Like I'll do whatever I fucking need to do if I'm.
I think a lot of bodybuilders get that problem of that they are in a big fish in a small pond. Whereas you guys go, okay, you might be the biggest fish, but that fucking thing's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. And you're still going to pick them apart, which is really nice as a bodybuilder.
I don't want to be told how great I am. I want to be told what happened.
Then if you're going to blow smoke up somebody's ass, and then they get on stage, and it's like, well, you told me. You know, and it's like,
I've judged thousands and thousands and thousands of physiques. I always want more from every fucking one of them that stands on stage, from the top to the bottom. Right? So if I pie this list.
Post-workout meal, number 2. Got shrimp and rice. I eat plain as fuck as well, as you can see. I just use a little bit less. It's just got 50% less sodium.
That's about as adventurous as it gets.
That's about as adventurous as it gets. Trying to make my food too nice and prep, because then you just end up craving. So I'm always like, just keep it basic, and then you have no emotional attachment to food. You know what you crave. You know, so it's like now I don't ever want to eat shit. Like even with Tom goes to grab a burger, I'm like, oh god, I can't eat a burger. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm so used to eating so bland and so plain that I don't have a favourite meal. It's just fuel.
And how was posing?
So training was obviously good as usual. You know, it's always brutal when we're here. So, you know, when we're in the gym, we're just here to work, getting shit done, ticking the boxes. And as you can see, like, my split now is very, very specific to me and my body and what areas I need to bring up. So obviously with Michael needs to posing me every single day, we can really pinpoint what areas need to come up. And obviously Tom just came down. He's only about an hour and 40 minutes away. So he came down for the session, obviously looked at me after, you know, and he seems to be happy with where we're at for just under 10 weeks out, which is good. It's always nice to see. So obviously we have lots to play with from a diet standpoint, from a supplementation standpoint. So, you know, there's lots going on, lots to play with, but as you can see, it's like a very close-knit circle here, which is amazing to be around. You know, the atmosphere in the gym, I just love. And, you know, having Mike and Lisa here is just amazing to see them every day. They push me hard every day, and obviously Tom being so close is just, like, I can't get that environment anywhere else, so hence why I've come to Wales. I've actually just got a place here for 12 months, so that's pretty cool, which I'm moving on the 10th of August, so a few more weeks in this Airbnb, and then, you know, I'll be settling down here for a good period of time.
How do you feel about where you are in terms of physique and look and all that?
I feel like this will definitely be the best I've ever been in 9.5 weeks' time. I feel like we're on point, we're on track. I mean, this morning I was only 217.3, which is very light for me this far out, but I don't feel like I'm flattening off or anything. So I'm excited because I know that with this environment and how hard we're working, that the end look's going to be pretty crazy. And and I just want to display that on stage. You know, I don't want to build any hype or post any photos. I just want to stay in my lane, stay in my zone, concentrate on what I've got to do. I don't care about what anyone else is doing or how anyone else looks, because I can only control what I can control. So that's all that matters to me, and that's why every day, you know, I give it 110%, every aspect on point, and then whatever happens, it's a judge's decision at the end. So that's sort of the mindset I'm in right now, and that's what we're doing every single day, is just putting in the work.
Let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Go and play that. Take you down, I'ma say that. Mine need me a couple dollars. Telling you now, this payback. So I take that. Ask them now, we say that. I've been going to the top and I got what they not, so I know that they hate that. Good. But I'm on now. All these lanes gonna zone out. And all these lanes gonna tell you what I did. And it's instantly worse till I fall out.
Good. Come on. Yes. Good reps, Jay. Come on. Good. Yes. Yes. Good. Just about. Good. Come on, dumbbell. Well done. Front raises. Trying to keep in line now with the shoulders, trying not to come in. So we've done chest, we don't want any chest movement. A couple of warm-ups, then it was dumbbell and band to failure, then just band to failure, then just dumbbell. So it's kind of tricep really. Three sets in one. Yes. Come on, Jay. Good. Good reps. Well done. Okay, rest. Don't put him down. Don't put him down. Come on. Good. Good. Yes. Okay, rest. 10, 9, 8. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Good effort. Well done. Good. Good. So, triceps. So the first movement was with the prime handle and 2 rope attachments. So it's almost a cross between a push down and a kick back. But you get a real strong contraction at the end. Then we're going sort of mid-range with a normal tricep push down, and then finishing off with flaring the elbows wide and just getting that final pump and just hitting the triceps from a different angle. That one, yeah.
Is there anything after this, or just?
Well, again, to be honest, that's the thing. So if you think this is 3 sets every time, so he's already done 6 sets, and you're hitting really the triceps from a lot of different ranges of motion, different angles, etc. So there isn't really, you know, once we've gone to the limit on something like this, there isn't any real need. You know, you should, and this is being honest with yourself, you should be looking for excuses to do less and not more. You know, if somebody says, oh, like, that's cool, what's next? It's like, yeah, have you actually fucking pushed yourself hard enough?